One of the other things we can do for our knee is to create more mobility is some fascial release. And for people who've seen other videos of mine, I love using Chinese soup spoons, the porcelain spoons, as a tool because they're really cheap, really easy to get, and they're accessible to everybody except for me today because my wife had Chinese food for lunch and she took my spoon. So you can even use something like a plastic handle on a spatula and just a little bit of oil. It can be cooking oil, it can be fancy massage oil. It doesn't really matter. It's just something to prevent it from being too sticky. So you just put a light coating of oil in there. Then what you want to do is you want to take your edge and you want to start on the upper inside of the knee and just pull towards yourself in like a scraping motion, like you're scraping wax off some skis. And just go at about a 2 out of 10. So much more gentle than you think would be effective. And after you've done that for about 10 or 20 seconds, we just want to start building up that tension. You're moving about, your speed you're moving at is about 10 seconds to go 30 centimeters. Think what that's like. So you can do that for about 90 seconds to 2 minutes on that spot. Then you can slide over to the other side. Actually, for the upper leg, I bet you 90 seconds will be plenty on either side. You'll notice you get a little bit of redness there. That's just a bit of heat coming out. That's a bit of like a histamine response. But what we don't want to do is do too much, right? Because once we get over that 90 seconds to 2 minutes, we can start kind of making things sore. So we're going to go on the inside of the knee for 90 seconds, outside of the knee for 90 seconds. Then we're going to go down the shin, same thing. 90 seconds, starting in that 2 out of 10, nice and gentle. For the first almost a third of that time, of that 90 seconds, is really gentle. You're just sensitizing the tissue. If you do this for too long, not too long, if you do this for longer, you might notice it looks a little bit rashy, a bit of that petite can come up. No big deal if that comes up. You get a little bit of some superficial capillaries bursting. Which just shows kind of a dark rashiness. It goes away in about 4 days, but I would recommend not treating it until it doesn't feel tender for the next day. So if you do get some of that response there, that petite, that's fine. Just make sure you wait until it's settled down before you treat it again, or until the area isn't sensitive to the touch. And that goes for if you don't get that response either. Just make sure each time you treat that it's not tender from the last treatment. And if it isn't, you can do this every 1 to 2 days if you like. After this, you'd be surprised at the increase of extension and flexion you can get in your leg. If you can do your calves. I find it easier for someone else to do that, and my hamstring. If you can teach someone else to do the same fundamentals of just that light 2 out of 10, slow 30 centimeters every 10 seconds, gliding along that tissue, I think you'll find will help your knee a ton.